Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of TerraTech. And on this episode, we are going to be continuing where we left off, kind of. This is, something kind of cool happened. Somebody, and I'm gonna, let you guys know, it's Mind of Chaos. A huge shout out to him. Went ahead, and I guess, he wanted us to kind of experiment with the R&D. So he went ahead and purchased it and sent it to me as a gift. And that's just, one of the coolest things ever, that you're willing to do that. We would have been playing around with that have I been able to figure out how to get it to open up. I've done like an hour and a half of research, and from what I've seen, it's supposed to be here on the screen. It's supposed to be, a test chamber. You can click on it as an option here. I've uninstalled the game, reinstalled it. I know the download content is installed because it says it is under properties. I've tried the, updated advanced copies of the game where it's not quite stable and under the experimental stuff, and it still doesn't show up. I've gone into the game, and the shops have the new R&D blocks there, but there's no test chamber. Like, I cannot get into the test chamber for the life of me. I've gone into the About tab, obviously nothing there. You can go into options. There's nothing under any of these that show the test chamber. I don't know what I'm missing. Challenges, there's no test chamber there. Flying, racing, sumo, things of that sort are there. I've created a new game, nothing there at all either. I've looked on the desktop thinking maybe it's a new tab, maybe it's a tab all by itself that you go into the test chamber. Nope, there ain't nothing there either. So I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I have no idea, but from all the stuff I've read online, and there's very few people even talking about it because I don't think anybody's even had this issue, it doesn't show up. It doesn't show up at all. So yeah, I don't know what to tell you guys other than as soon as I figure that out, we will be doing an entire series on the test chamber, going in there and playing around with all of that. For now, we're just going to go ahead and continue with our game, unfortunately, or fortunately, because actually we do have access to the test chamber blocks at the very least, which is going to be really, really cool. Now, if you come in here, I'll even show you guys real quick. In fact, I'm going to turn this slightly so I don't have to worry about clicking on anything. You'll see the fourth tab in the experimental thing. And before I do any of that, I did get a question from one of our viewers, and he figured it out on his own, but I wanted to comment back to him. And just in case you're in the same boat, they wanted to know, how did you open up the shops? And the shops, you need one of these little things right here, the payload studio terminals, or you need to find in the actual game one of the GeoCore selling areas or the GSO selling areas that we've seen in other episodes. And on the very corner of each one of those, you'll see a little computer terminal like this. And you can right-click it with your mouse button, and it will pop open the shop right here. So I know I don't really talk about that too often because it's one of those things like we've been doing for a while, and I kind of take it for granted. But for the new people coming to the game, I realize a lot of this stuff can be kind of overwhelming. You're just trying to figure out the basics. So that's how you do that. On the fourth tab in here, you'll see the experimental stuff. And if we scroll down the list, you'll see that it should show up here. And yeah, now it's not showing up anymore. It was, there we go. That's special. Special is not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for experimental. There we go. Okay, so some of the stuff is now in here. Of course, we haven't found any of these. The scrap magnets, very cool looking stuff. They kind of sound interesting, and had I been able to get that thing working, I would be playing around with these right now, because, yeah, they sound very, very cool. Now, we can buy the blocks, and it looks like we can buy an infinite amount of them, and they're free. So I'm guessing they're going to be changing that here in the future at some point, because free is just a little too overpowered. I mean, the fact that you can put together a bot with those blocks, and why wouldn't you? Because they're colored, which means you can create some like really, really cool designs. I think would ultimately be the way to go about it. But after thinking about it for a while, I decided that building this giant bot over here probably wasn't the best idea. I mean, yeah, it's cool. It would have been interesting, but we've done that before. We've built giant bots, and I don't really want to go down that route again. I'd rather be a very fast, agile kind of bot like this. So I figured, what we're going to do is we'll leave this guy out here. If it comes down to it, we can always come back to him because I know where he's at. And we're just gonna go off on the map and explore, because I'm hoping that I'm gonna shoot maybe 3 or 4 videos today. I was hoping to shoot like 10 today, to be honest, because I really wanted to play this game and try out the R&D. I was super excited to play with that, and to say that I'm a little bummed out that it's not working the way I wanted it to, or just like not there at all, would be an understatement. But you know, we're gonna make do with what we got, and we're gonna go off and just kind of explore. Now you will see I'm getting a little bit of lag, and the reason behind that is if you look out here in the distance, all of these little bases have been spawning over here since I've been out here in the distance, and that creates a little bit of lag. In fact, you know, we've kind of gone through this before where they overwhelm you with bases. They overwhelm you with little guides. They never stop spawning. And this is the same direction I came in when I came out to this area. And none of this was here. And the amount of time it took me to build that guy, maybe, what, 30, 40 minutes max? Look how many dudes have spawned out here. And all of these, for the most part, are completely and totally worthless. Like, they don't have anything on them that I haven't already seen before a million times. And all they're really doing is causing lag. So I would definitely prefer them to dial that back from like 14 on the you know, knob to maybe around 6, because it's for a computer like mine, which I've just recently upgraded to. So it's pretty advanced, and it can't even keep up with it. So I have no doubt some of you at home who have maybe not the state-of-the-art computer would kind of run into you know, even more issues with this being the case, and maybe even get to the point where it's just unplayable, period, at a certain point. And that sucks, because this game really starts to shine when you start to get to like you know, a couple hours into it. Once you actually have access to a lot of the blocks and you're doing some really cool stuff with it, that's when it really starts to just open up for you, and you can start creating some really cool designs, and you know, get access to the blocks that you've been like dying to get to for a very long time. But it's right about that time is when the game starts getting really laggy, and I actually had a viewer request. He's like, could you please get rid of the lag? And I'm like, you know, I've dialed this down on graphics as far as they will go, as like cheaply as they go, and it looks pretty nasty when you do that. But I thought, you know, I'll go ahead and give it a shot. Maybe that will, you know, help me on the lag when it gets to this point. No, it really doesn't, because there's not much you can do to help with that when it gets to this kind of saturation. And, you know, I think the only thing they can do is just dial it back. Like, there's no reason to have, you know, 60 bases around me in a matter of like 30 minutes. That is way overboard. In fact, it kind of sucks a little bit of the fun out of it, even if I wasn't getting the lag, just for the very reason that I like to have to work for my stuff. I know some of you out there are like, you crazy, man, just give me the stuff, let me play around with it. Yeah, you know, I get that, but at the same time, they are trying to create like a storyline, a mission arc, and you know, you have to go and like progress through the different levels to get access to more and more stuff. If they want that to actually be a thing, to where people actually want to do those quests, then maybe just not giving everybody everything, you know, the moment they spawn would be the route to go about that. But again, you know, it is still in development. They still are working out the kinks and things of that sort. So I'm sure at some point they will figure out what the right number is on that knob of difficulty, or you know, of spawn rate basically, and you know, have it right where it should be. And it's going to take a little bit of tweaking. Another thing that I was told about was with these Venture shields. You'll see the giant shields around me. Those of you may have missed one of the episodes. And what I'm kind of doing right now, guys, is I'm looking for grays. Anything gray on the map. That way we can get some new pieces. But I'm pretty far off the beaten path. So, you know, the screen is kind of flashing a little bit. You can see the ground is kind of hesitating. I did go off and you know, just basically keep driving in one direction for about an hour and a half, I think is what we did for like 2 episodes or something. I can't remember exactly how long we did it. And yeah, it definitely took us off where the game really wanted us to be, and has been glitching ever since. So we may at some point have to restart the little match here, but you know, that's actually not a bad thing. If we can get the R&D test chamber to work, I actually wouldn't mind starting over again, because they did just release a new patch that kind of added a few new features in. and I haven't seen them yet. So I'm thinking that it might have to be one of those ones where you have to do a hard reset before you start seeing, you know, that kind of thing in there. Let me look at the options in here. No, okay, I was going to say maybe the options in here. Maybe I'm missing it. That the option you have to go into the test chamber from the actual game, but it doesn't look like it. But the shields, somebody was letting me know that those get as big as they possibly can based off of how much power you have. So the more power you have available, the bigger those shields will get. I think that's kind of a cool idea if it was draining the shields in the same regard, like massively draining the shields because it's using all that power. Doesn't seem to be the case. In fact, I noticed my shields seem to last a little bit longer, or my power seems to last a little bit longer than it used to. So if anything, it's using less of them because I have less, you know, shields actually there rather than, you know, like the 4 or 5 or 6 shields that I actually had on my bot at the time, because it took, you know, more to cover less space. Oh man, I love that. I love those giant big boy guns. Now, somebody was letting me know, and I do apologize because I can't remember your name offhand, but they were letting me know that when those things go off, I think it was Tam actually that was letting me know that when those big boy guns explode, they have an actual explode radius as well. So they will hit the shields and then do basically a sphere of explosion around the point of impact. There's no real way to stop that, except I was thinking that if your shields came out far enough, that would stop it, because it would hit the shields far enough away from your bot that the sphere of explosion wouldn't really play any impact. We're going to actually kill this guy up here. Hopefully we got enough shields power for it. Let me look in there. Yeah, we got 3 bars. That should be pretty good. And we're going to take this sucker out. Holy crap. Look at that. Oh my god. That looks like fireworks right there. What on the earth is going on there? That is nuts. What is that? What is that? What kind of weapon is doing fireworks? Have you seen? I've never seen that before at all. That is cool. That is really cool. I like the effect for it, even if it doesn't make any sense. Like, who does not like seeing fireworks go off? Let me see if I can figure out what kind of weapon is doing that. Let me back up a little bit too, because it seems like taking a little bit of damage right there. I don't think there's much left there because I was pretty heavy on the trigger, just because I like to see those fireworks go off. That was cool. Oh, we did take some damage up here in the front. We actually lost a wheel. So let's see. I might have to put on this yellow wheel for the time being, just to kind of prop it up. If I can get that to go on the way I want it to, which doesn't look like I am. I want it to go up all the way, but it wants to be a little bit off target there. How to fix that? I guess what I could do is I'll have to take these weapons off. Well, that's not what I want to do. I want to take these weapons off, and I'll put this block on there. And then when I stick that, nope, that's not what I wanted. Right there? Yeah, that's what I want. And then take that off, and then I can put these back on. Now, I'm not going to, you know, keep that permanently like that. I will replace that the moment I get another one of those wheels. But until I do, I think this is a good concept. Lights, yeah, we've already gotten those. I think we've gotten these before, but I've just kind of went ahead and picked them up anyways just to make sure. Girder, yeah, we've gotten those before. What are these? What are these? Oh, fireworks launcher. They were the ones launching those things. Oh, that's cool. That is cool. We're definitely going to be playing around with those. Let's see, where can I put that? I guess I'm going to put it right here on the top. See how that works. And we got another one back here. So let's see, what happens when we launch them? Oh my god. That is just, like, it doesn't do any damage, I don't think, but it looks cool. Like, who wouldn't want that? That is nuts. Okay, well, that was completely worth it right there. And I bet you more than anything, that's in the R&D department right now. So, big shout out to Mind of Chaos, guys. Big shout out. Oh, and there's 2 more. Yeah, we're definitely picking these things up. We're picking up all of these. Let's put these right here. Let me see, where can I put them on my bot? Oh, man. We'll get those right there. And, I don't know. We'll have to zoom in a little bit, find the other spot. Maybe right there in between the shields. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. Actually, oh, well, that took off my weapon. It's not what I wanted to do. Let's get some power going, guys. Let's get this to recharge while we're kind of playing around with this. And that will allow me to pick better spots. for those, because I want it to be, I want that to be cool. I want that to go off in the right kind of pattern. And maybe, you know, later down the road, they'll go ahead and add more options to that, so that you can have, you know, some kind of like star pattern, or maybe you know, different types of explosions in different, you know, different forms. Let's see, we got one right there, one right over there. I guess let's I want to put this right here in the center. It doesn't really need to be on the side. We'll put this one over, no, because we really want weapons there on the side. And we can put this one over there. Okay, so let's see what that looks like when I fire. Oh, yeah. Nice. Now, you know what you could use that on, actually, would be like your AI harvester bot. See, there's another firework one over here to the left as well. Yeah, if you had like an AI harvester bot, and you were kind of worried about when he got attacked, if he'd survive, and you were close to your base, you could have these on him. And then when he did fire, you would have it where you would be able to see, you know, where he was on the map a lot easier, because he'd be giving his position away every single time he did fire. I'm kind of stuck a little bit. I'm trying to get a little closer, but it doesn't seem like it wants to turn very well. There we go. Little bit going up on power. And you got to remember the sun is going down, so this is going to stop any second. Once it does, yeah, there we goes. We'll put these things back up there and get a move on. Let's do this real quick, guys. I don't know if we want to pick up the other ones. Like, I really do want to pick them up, but I don't know if I... Oh, what's going on there? What did I do? Let's undo that. I didn't even know what I did on that one to make that do that. Alright, let's put this on there. Yeah, I don't know if I have the space for it, really. And we don't want to overload this guy. This guy's our, you know... He runs out and he looks for new things. And he definitely found something new, which I think made the whole trip right there completely worthwhile. But... look at that. Yeah, there's 2 more, 3 more, actually. Nice. I hope it gave us access to buy more of those, because I could see building an entire bot. Ooh, wow. This guy had a lot of them, man. A lot of them. Look at that. That's crazy right there. All right. Well, yeah, because I could see doing an entire bot of nothing but those, because that's just, I like it. Who doesn't like fireworks? Oh, man. That's cool. You know what would even be better if you could make it where it was like confetti that came out of those things instead of whatever. Oh, sorry, guys. Sorry. Wow. Jeez, talk about, yeah. But yeah, it's, it'd be kind of interesting to try the confetti thing, or maybe different multicolored pieces of confetti that are falling out. Could even do, wow. Jeez, talk about ridiculous today. That is crazy. Hopefully you guys will not have to hear that again for the whole episode, because I hate doing it to you guys. I hate doing it. There is something out there in the distance, though, and it looks pretty cool. I mean, it has some lights to it. I'm thinking those are Geocore, maybe? No, Venture, I think, are the red ones. Yeah, it actually does look like a Venture bot. Let's see if we can hit it. Oh, yes. Oh, wow. Okay, he had some fuel tanks on him. Definitely had some fuel tanks on him, because you saw the massive explosions, and look at the snow raining down from my fireworks. That's really, really cool. I don't know what programmer thought of doing that one, but you know, bravo, guys. That definitely you know, plays a nice, enjoyable aspect in my opinion. Let's get rid of this wheel, and we'll go with one more block, I think, right? Is that how we have it? No, actually, I don't think that's how we had it. I think we just lost the wheel itself. All right, so that should help. Let's see, what else do we have? Anything new? Well, we do have a few of these little brackets. I'm not a real big fan of those brackets unless you're talking about airplanes. Airplanes can use all the weight reduction that they possibly can get their hands on. Anything more than that, I think you should go with the extra blocks, or just no blocks at all, because, you know, no blocks is better than brackets any day of the week, because it's going to have less weight because of it. And actually, it looked like we got close enough to the map or something. Like right now, we have no map. The game is glitching out on us because we got so far out, and we still have our radar, right? Yeah, radar's right there at the top. You can see it right there next to the wireless charger, and yet it's still not showing up. Nothing's showing up. I think we're heading in the wrong direction. So let's turn around and see if this helps. Yeah, see right there, it kind of glitched again. There we go. So this is the direction they want us to go, not the other one. That's back out into to no man's land apparently. So let's stay over here. Now, one of the other things that will cause a little bit of lag as well would be going into a biome that has a lot of stuff. And one of the biomes that has the most stuff ever, and this one actually has quite a few really good stuff. I mean, look at it. This has the erudite crystals, the green ones over here. It has the, I don't even know what these red ones are, these orange ones. Let's destroy those real quick. But yeah, this biome, the green, what is that? Let's zoom in a little bit, see if we can take a look at those. I think we've seen those before. Yeah, I think those actually create like explosive stuff. So if you want to create like mortars and things of that sort. What was that onto the right there? So it's something yellow. Oh, we're stuck, aren't we? Yes, we are. Come on, go forward, go forward. You can do it. Oh, yes. Pop a wheelie, guys. Pop a wheelie, and we get those nice fireworks above us. Oh, that is just really sweet. Okay, so if we go to the right, it freaks out. If we go to the left, does it come back? Yep, it sure does. So it doesn't want me to go to my base. My base is to the right. I don't really want to go to my base either because that is lag central, and that's not getting better anytime soon. That is just, I've created a large base with a lot of blocks, which I actually don't think was the issue. I think what the issue was is that there was like 800 and something mobs that had spawned around me, and when I went out there to destroy them, in the process of destroying them, of course, you release all their blocks, and you have to pick all those back up. Unfortunately, they kept spawning even more bots as I destroyed those guys. So it wasn't getting better. If anything, it was getting worse because I went out there to destroy them. Can we get them? I don't know if we can. Hopefully we can. Now, I did get a comment on one of the viewers letting me know that one of the tricks that he uses all the time is to make sure that when you build your bot, you put down a cab facing forwards and backwards. That way, it has a 360 degree, aiming of, where you can actually hit them. And of course, you can see on mine, my guy is able to shoot from the back as well as the front. It's just, they seem to prefer the back because there's just a few less weapons back here than there is on the front hand side. You can see there's just, a lot of firepower on that front end because of those big boy guns. And of course, if I went ahead and put a few of them in the back, I think, it might not be as enticing, but it would weigh me down. And I've already found out that my guy's heavy enough as it is, just from, wow, it really doesn't even want me to turn in that direction. Like, even when I look in that direction, it's like, it ain't not gonna happen, guys, not gonna happen. So we'll keep heading off this direction and see if we can find any new objects. Although I can't guarantee it. At least it's not flashing anymore. That's a plus. But like I said, we might have to start a new match. And I think if I do that, if I do go with a new match, I am going to go super small on my bots. I tried to go small medium on this one, and I ended up, fighting with myself and going more medium than anything else. Actually, like medium large is probably what I would say on that one. So I'm thinking if I fight with myself a little bit more and say I'm just going to go small, maybe I'll get like the small medium that I was looking for, and then down the road I'll go tiny and maybe get the smallness that we should be able to get. Because, having different size bots is also very useful. Tam, I think it was, that was letting me know that he thought the harvester bot that I created was absolutely perfect for when I was controlling it. But when you have the computer controlling it, going sometimes smaller is better for you. So again, it's those things you have to learn as you play through and figure out like what's gonna work for you and what's gonna work for the computer. And they should technically be the same, but you got to remember you have, right now anyways, have a little bit more advantage over the computer in being able to adapt to certain situations. That's not always going to be the case in the future. As computers get better and better, they're definitely going to be wrecking your face. And if you play some of these video games out there where you have to play the computer, like in chess and things of that sort, you'll definitely see they are incredibly smart when the options and the programming is put into place. But still, you got a little bit of advantage over them until that happens. So you are going to be able to control your guy a little bit better than they are, and because of that, you need to kind of adapt to that and form the bot kind of around the weaknesses that the computer has. And for me, the only weakness the computer seems to have is that it likes my butt too much, and it doesn't like to do anything else but ram me in the butt again and again and again. So it's hard to say that with a straight face, but it definitely does. It just, oh, I don't know. I don't know. The programmers are funny. Maybe they put like this thing in there and they're like, hey, we watch this streamer occasionally, and you know, he's we're just gonna troll him a little bit, so we're gonna put something in there that makes his life a little bit more difficult, because he's not gonna be able to use the AI, and he's gonna be sitting there thinking, oh, it doesn't work. Meanwhile, it works for like everybody else, but just not me. So again, I don't know. I don't know. It's like the R&D test chamber. It's like, why is it not there? Everybody else seems to just download it and it works just fine. But computers, I kid you not, guys, they are like the bane of my existence. They, if they ever, rise up to take over mankind, I'll be like their first target, because they already hate me. They already dislike me. Anytime I try to do anything on a computer, it's like, nope, I'm going to make it as difficult on you as possible. So, yeah, we have to contend with that. And one more fire of our, if I can figure out which fire button it is. There we go. There is our fireworks. So pretty, guys. So pretty. Big shout out to Mind of Chaos. Mind of Chaos, guys. And let them know what you think of the new R&D that we got. Definitely, just give them a shout out. Let them know that you appreciate it, because I definitely do. And as always, guys, I'm AC Gamer, and I will definitely catch you all next time. Hey guys, and welcome to the disembodied voice of AC Gamer. We are definitely going to be doing a lot more series in the future, but here are a few of them that you guys might find interesting. Of course, you're more than welcome to check them out. I would love to hear your comments. Again, if you do enjoy these videos, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe. It's definitely the indicator that I use to tell if you guys want to see more videos like that, of that particular game style, of that series in the long run. So when you guys leave comments down, it helps me decide whether we should keep doing it, as well as whether you want to see games like that in the future. And here are a few of them right here. I kind of picked out a few of different genres. We will be doing spotlights for other YouTubers in the future. So if you want to get a little shout out, definitely let me know. If you group with me, chances are you will get a shout out in here eventually. But for now, these are just 4 series that I have that I feel like could use a little bit more attention, and that you guys might actually enjoy as well. Thanks again for watching, guys, and we will definitely catch you all next time.